Hello, you beautiful fire sign soul. Welcome to your Autumn Equinox energy update with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose, and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know you absolutely already have my heart. If you haven't seen it, please don't forget to check out my new website. You can do that in the link in the description box below. There you can check out all of the goodies that I've got for you, and you can also book your personal readings, which are back. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. And shall I say us, because my ascendant is a fire sign. So you're going to get two cards. Usually I would do the destiny and the direction for the season, right? But I actually feel, especially with a lot of the stuff that's going on, plus the Mars retrograde, which depending on which one of these you are, is going to be trying your sign, unless of course you are an Aries sun, moon, or rising. But these are for your sun, moon, or rising regardless. So in some way, shape, or form, I truly hope that it speaks to you. So your first card out is going to be where your energies are best spent. And your second card out is going to be what you need to release in order to make that happen or make it a reality. All right, so first of all, we're going to go in for Aries. Let's go for it. So where are your energies best spent during this autumn equinox period? Right, you got the Four of Wands. This is about having fun. It's about giving yourself over to joy and to pleasure. And for you, right, this is about finding new ways to do that. Now, because you're going to have your ruler, which is going to be retrograde in your sign, this is about you finding new ways to enjoy yourself, but it's also finding new things to stimulate you. It is, it is a life well lived that understands how to continually find joy and meaning in that life. So your best efforts are spent by not only finding ways to give other people good news, but also to enjoy the time that you have, whether this is at home, whether it's with friends, whether it's with family. This is about you finding ways to enjoy life more. And some of them, the thing about the Four of Wands, yes, it can be big celebrations and events, but very often it's just about finding very often it's literally just about finding ways, small ways to do something on a daily basis, right? Very similar to the Six of Wands, right? So how you use it is all, is what you're going to get out of it, so to speak. So what is it that you need to release in order to make that a reality? You need to release the past. You have the Moon card, right? So where is it now? This is not going to be easy, right? You've got literally your ruler is in, so whether you're a sun, moon, or rising Aries, your ruler is currently in your sign, which is going to force you to look at the past. It's going to force you to bring some of that up. But what do we say about the moon, right? The light from the moon is an echo of the light from the sun. It doesn't have its own light. It is a reflection. It is it's a shadow of the past. So whatever it is that comes up over this season, you are supposed to be phasing that energy out. You're supposed to be letting go of whatever it is that you've held on to up until this point, right? So this Mars retrograde is basically saying to you, what is it about yourself that you are ready to phase out, to release, or to let go of? And the fact that you have the Moon card as what it is that you need to release in order to enjoy life more, your past, your baggage, whether this is from this lifetime or, from a previous lifetime, whether it is from your childhood, whatever it is, this is about you really understanding. And as well, right, you've got the Moon card next to the Four of Wands. Where is it that you convinced yourself? Very often we can pinpoint a time in our lives or an event in our lives where we allowed pleasure to be interlinked with some sort of pain or some sort of hurt. Maybe something happened at an event, or maybe something happened when we were happy, and so every time something like that happens, we shoot down the blessing, or we shoot down that chance to enjoy ourselves, because there's that reminder at a deep core, maybe even psychological level, that tells us, well, the second you start to enjoy yourself, it's all going to go tits up. This is about really finding and pinpointing that now, delving into your past and then really deciding just to let it go, to release it. It's going to be the best way for you to get ahead throughout this season. For my lovely Leo ascendant brothers and sisters, so what is it that you are trying to what are the energies that you are how are your energies best spent over this autumn equinox period, right? So what you've got is the Six of Swords, and this basically says finding ways to connect with people at a distance, whether this is people that are abroad, whether it's thinking about for some of you this could be about a move abroad, for some of you this could be thinking further afield, for a lot of you this is going to be you spending time on getting to, and very similar to this, right? Because what is the Six of Swords? It's moving from those difficult or troubled times into better times or easier times. So where your energies are best spent over the course of this autumn equinox period is definitely about the lighter side of life, but it's also about connecting with people from a distance. It's also going to be a time for you to really start to think, how do I maximize my reach? How do I really start to connect with more people? How do I get into how do I get into some of these international connections should I want to forge them? This is really, I think, in a lot of ways, it's asking you to spend your energies on working towards the goals that you feel are going to make your life better and easier, and not being afraid to use that energy in that way. So what do you need to release in order to get there? The Four of Pentacles, right? So where is it that you have told yourself maybe you don't have the money, maybe you don't have the finances, maybe there is, something that kind of always stands in the way, or maybe there's big plans that you have and you think, I don't have the resources that I need in order to make this happen. Very often when you see the Four of Pentacles, this is about holding on too tightly to the way that something should be, holding too rigid to a specific idea of the way that something should be. The fact that you've got the Six of Swords here, this is about moving away from something, right? Letting go of one way of doing things or one experience of how things are done, and moving towards something that is lighter, easier and brighter. And the fact that you've got the Four of Pentacles is what you need to let go of. Countless amounts of people have talked themselves out of starting the thing that was going to put them on the map. Whether it's a business, whether it's a school, whether it's a degree, whether it's a job. Like, how many times have you allowed your mind, or what you don't have by way of resources or money, how many times have you allowed those things to stop you from doing what you know you are supposed to be doing, or what you're destined for? And a good idea of this, you see those people, I remember once, I can't remember, it was a film, and there was this kid that wanted to be a tap dancer who couldn't afford tap shoes. So he super glued bottle caps to the bottom of his shoes. And that's how he taught himself to tap dance. That is just, I'm going to try not to swear, but whoever that kid is, that's when you know someone wants what they say they want, right? That's when someone says, you know what, I am not going to let my circumstances stop me. And that's what this Mars retrograde is trying to teach all of us, regardless of what your sign or your placement. It's trying to teach you how to develop that inner courage and that inner fire, but use it in a way that is consistent, that says, you know what, I don't care what the circumstances are, I know where I want to be, I know where it is that I'm heading, I know where it is that I need to be, right? This is about finding it within you to say, okay, I might not have the resources, but that doesn't mean I can't start now where I am with what I have. For my lovely Sagittarians, all right, so where your energies are best spent right now is the Page of Swords. There's two things that come to mind for this. For those of you that are looking for work, making job applications, for those of you that are starting new jobs, this is where you need to put your energy. If this is some form of study, if it's some sort of new job, new work or professional arena that you're stepping into, it's not enough to coast on what you know. You have to get obsessed to the point where you can say to people, actually, no, you're wrong about that. And not think to yourself, actually, do you know what? Maybe I'm at... This is about knowing your craft inside and out. You have to get obsessed. You've got to go for it. Your energies right now are best spent in your educational fields, towards your profession, towards your work, going after that job. Have you been telling yourself like, oh, you know what, I don't know if I've got the skill for that, or maybe I haven't got the right degree, or maybe don't let any of that stop you. That's the thing with the Page of Swords as well. Sometimes it can be that kind of childish energy because it wields whatever knowledge that it has. That's the sword, right? Like he just kind of throws it about. But the whole point of that is being so sure and confident in what you know. And you know what? If you get new knowledge, adjust what you know and say, wow, okay, I learned something new, so I can adjust my approach or my understanding or factor that into what I know. But right now, you've got to go for it. You've got to get obsessed about whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you are working towards. Now, the other part of this is you are being initiated, right? So what is it going to take for you to get initiated? And when I say initiated, this can be anything from like a spiritual practice initiation right through to the energy of getting to that next level. If you are a student, ... this is about becoming a resident, ... If you are, you know, if you've worked in a company, maybe this is about you becoming a consultant. Why do people go to consultants? Because they are experts. So this is about you initiating yourself into that bracket of expert. This is why you need to get obsessed about whatever it is that you're working on or chasing at this moment in time. Use this autumn equinox, use that Mars retrograde energy to push you on and to spur you on to what it is that you're trying to build or get towards in your life. And then finally, what is it that you need to release in order to make this happen? And it is the Ace of Cups, right? So that's not necessarily something that you would want to release, but maybe think about separating the emotion from the facts. This is something that, you know, it's not always easy, because when you're passionate about something, you have to have love for it. You have to have that emotion in order to drive it. However, the Ace of Cups is, you know, it's a great card, but it's saying to you, there's some part of your heart that you need to take out of this. So if you're not getting ahead as far as you would like or as fast as you would like, maybe this is the time to stop taking it personal. Stop allowing, you know, whatever the setback, whatever the knockback, whatever the no, right? If there's a door slammed in your face, if you get a knockback or if you get a no, on to the next. Don't take it personally. It's not about you. It's just about the circumstances. It's just about the moment. And the fact that you've got an ace and the Ace of Cups for, you know, what's coming up, the message that I kind of feel from this is you'll get what you're asking for, but maybe not what your wish demands. All right, sometimes there's a difference between a request and a demand, and I kind of feel like this is what you're going to be learning over this period. All right, and then finally, for the key to the season for all of these signs, let's have a look, see. We have, that one feels like it's right. You've got the Hanged Man, right? In a lot of ways, all of these cards are asking you to surrender something, to sacrifice something, to let go of something, right? That's what the spread is for. That's what I kind of created it for, right? To show you what you need to let go of, to sacrifice, to release, to maybe even reassess and reevaluate what your priorities really are and how you can put the best of who you are into whatever it is that you're going for. The key to this season for you is asking yourself, what am I ready, willing, and able to release here in order to go for what is truly great or what is truly a part of my next step? And where is it that I may be telling myself or being a little bit of a martyr? You know, that's the dysfunctional essence of this card, is to where you're, well, I guess I'm just going to have to suffer for it, or, woe is me, poor me. Like it's all of that in its dysfunctional sense. That is the Hanged Man, and it's even got some even darker connotations than that. But I kind of feel like that's the message. Where is it that you might be telling yourself, I can't do it, or I don't have, or da-da-da. You got to let all of that go now, and this season is going to show you how to do that, and it's also going to teach you how to be truly consistent in a way where you can show up for yourself, show up in the world, and ultimately push forward when it all goes direct. With that said, throwing me magnets all over the place, I wish you all an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have an amazing autumn equinox season, right? Have a great time of it, and really try to think about how you can apply these messages to your own life, how it might help you, and what it is that you feel like you are ready to release at this point. Take care, and I'll see you soon.